Urban Revolution Radio, your morning show with your boy Nino and your man D Higgs, broadcasting live from Evans Motors Studios at 1056 East Riverside Drive, home of the buy here, pay here option with all of the great deals to be had out there for the fall. Got the great deal on the 2012 Chevy Malibu out there. That's the manager special this week. Only 82,000 miles on it. You can check out the full ad for it on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB, along with all the other vehicles that are on sale out there at Evans Motors. And if you use promo code NINO, NINO, you'll get that $100 Visa gift card upon purchase completion. Also sponsored by Spudz-N-Stuff over there in the Ross Center at 2403 Washington Avenue here on Evansville Southeast Side. They got Spudz-Palooza going on this weekend from 5 until 10 on Saturday evening. They got live bands going to be out there, live performances, and a live DJ. DJ Jones Capone from Live 99 is going to be out there on the ones and twos. Got an open mic, and if you think you got the chops to come on out there, have some fun with us, got some food with us, maybe even have some beer with us. If you're old enough to drink. Let's both have the 10-cent beer truck out there as well, all part of Spudz-Palooza going out there, Spudz-N-Stuff in the Ross Center. Also to our newest sponsor, B&M Electronics on Covert Avenue here in Evansville South Side. They now do cell phone repair. You know what I mean? So you don't have to go all the way over to Burkhardt, all the way over to either the west side or to Red Bank Road, whatever. All you have to do is go right on over here to Covert Avenue to B&M Electronics now for the cell phone repair. And they repair everything else too. They just fixed my refrigerator, my LG smart refrigerator with Wi-Fi and all that. Oh, wow. I still ain't figured out how that refrigerator worked fully, but they came out and fixed the ice tray. The ice tray actually got cracked. I guess, we use a lot of ice in there. So it was you know what I mean? So they cracked, they came out and fixed it. Bang. So you got the electronics that you need to fix, appliances, and now even cell phones. Give B&M Electronics a call. You can check the link in our description below on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel that we would like for you to hit that like button, the share button, the notification button, and all other what they say, the buttons. Except for that dislike button. Don't hit that dislike button. Hit the like button. Like, share, subscribe so you'll never miss an episode of our podcast on the YouTube channel, just in case you can't get up that early to catch 6 to 9 in the morning of the Urban Revolution Radio's Your Morning Show. We was talking about movies that have been converted from cartoons to live action. Right. And that's one of the riskiest things that you can do in cinema, trying to make something that's really based off the imagination, that really has no limit when it comes to like what you can draw and technology. Because even like back in the day, it was only so much that Walt Disney could even draw. Yeah. When he started, because of the technology they were available to take. But man, now that you got these 3D computer animations and all that, man, this cartoons are just leaving some of the live action movies in the dust. Really, I'm like with the DC like man. Look, like with the DC movies, I always believe the DC animated movies were way better than these DC, like the Superman versus Batman. They not working well with me. But the ones that they got, the DC animated ones where they got Batman teaming up with like the Dark Avengers, the Dark people. Was it Dead Man and Constantine and all that kind of, all the lesser known kind of DC kept, man, they work them like magic, man. Okay. But sometimes translating over into live action is the hard thing to do. And Netflix is like the latest victim of the live action cartoon to live action debacle. One of my favorite little cartoons back in the day, an anime cartoon called Cowboy Bebop. That I'm trying to remember if I seen it. Was it on Cartoon Network? Yeah, they've had it on Cartoon Network before, you know what I mean? Adult Swim and all that good stuff. And it's about these three bounty hunters, basically. What's the names of the characters? Spike Spiegel, Jet Black, and Faye Valentine. You know, the dude, the mechanic, and then the girl on it. The one person that they did leave out was I think, what was it called? Ed. It was another character. It was a quirky little character that's supposed to have been able to like fix everything that was good at chess. If you ever watched the cartoon, they left that character out of the live action as well, because I don't think that they could get. I just don't think they could get somebody to play that part correctly. Because, like I say, it's so many different things that you can do in anime. Drawing the cartoon, all you really need is the voice actor to really just inflect their voice to what's portrayed. You don't even have to have anybody that looks like the character on the screen to do the voice. But sometimes when you're trying to match that voice with the character and bring it to live action and all that. Unless you're going super CGI, it's really kind of hard to do. Because I like the three characters that they have on here that play the three main characters. They got John Cho from Star Trek over there from the Star Trek movie. I think he played Sulu. He played the most recent edition of Mr. Sulu on the most recent Star Trek movies. Mustafa Shakir, who played Luke Cage, and Daniela Pineda from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And they play the three main characters, bounty hunters and all that kind of other stuff. But like I say, with the character of your man Jet Black, you know, he's not a black character on the cartoon. He's a white dude. I wouldn't say he's Caucasian looking, and he has a cybernetic arm. With something, you know, he lost it in a right, some kind of bounty going wrong. So that was kind of one of his quirks. But he doesn't. I don't look like they did. Did they do the cybernetic arm on this one? Yeah, it looks like they got him the cybernetic arm on this one. So they stayed true to that aspect of it. Got the cybernetic arms and legs, which kind of people are used to seeing. Your man Mustafa played the strong guy. He has that build, but the look is just not there to me. You know, if you like I said, when I did the last movie review when we did the Eternals, you gotta do it from both sides. I pride myself in being a balanced kind of person. I take both sides and formulate my own arguments. See how so I had to take it from the side of also if you've never seen or heard of Cowboy Bebop and you just thought it would be a cool little movie to go and see to because it's out or whatever. Or on Netflix, like I just renewed my Netflix subscription, today, matter of fact. And so I might want to check that out and see what it do. But when you're trying to, get people to portray characters that really don't look like them, if you don't know, if you've never seen the cartoon, it's all right. Mm-hmm. You can jump in, right? You with them and say, okay, that's it. And then if you ever see the originals, you can. It won't affect you as much. Right. But when you've
already seen the original, and then they go from there to
with the drastic changes of with people that just don't even.
Oh man, you off the storyline. I get
you. Right. It takes those things. I have to readjust my whole imagination of what these characters supposed to be doing and looking like and all that kind of other stuff. The attitudes that they portray. Because the guy, the middle, the Jet Black, he's supposed to be an older guy, like, hey, why you getting into trouble? I'm telling you, all that kind of character, So they got Luke Cage, and I just don't see that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he can bring it out. I'm gonna see it for myself when I say I just renewed my Netflix subscription. But it's getting a lot of negative reviews.
Wow.
Right now, especially on Rotten Tomatoes. I think they gave him a 39. On Rotten Tomatoes. Let me see did I scroll past it? This is according to the digitalspy.com, and it came out yesterday. What did it say? It gave I thought I just saw the Rotten Tomato score, but I thought it said that the Rotten Tomato score was like a 39 on it. People were not feeling it at all. Oh yeah, there it is, right there, scoring a 38. On Rotten Tomatoes. Say the outing has received somewhat of a drubbing. I love the words that they use, drubbing, like old English, right? Old English word for beat down. Get a drubbing from critics. Like I say, this is again from digitalspy.com. It's on this release ahead of November the 19th with Empire Magazine's Camboli Campbell suggesting that it's a just okay cover version at best, but for the most part, it's an out of tune rendition of the greatest hits. So that sounds like that comes from somebody who watched the cartoon from before, know what they was going in. But I would like to hear a review from somebody who's never seen the show. But like I said, this is such a niche cartoon. You probably won't find too many people who haven't ever heard of it before going out to go see it. You ever heard of Ghost in the Shell? You remember the Scarlett Johansson movie? She did Ghost in the Shell, where she played like the cybernetic robot.
I probably have, bro.
See, that's exactly my point. You wouldn't have known to even watch that movie if you didn't know anything about the anime back in the day. Right, but they threw Scarlett Johansson in there just to try to get more people interested in the movie, for star power effect.
Yeah, just for star power effect, sometimes they don't work.
And it's a lot of people were expecting a more Asian looking woman, but they put their feelings into it.
Used, what was the name to play Cleopatra back in the day?
Oh yeah. Oh my.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor, you're right. You're absolutely
So
right. I
you know
saw her face
something, man,
leaning on the couch with the big.
for star power, man, they put people in the wrong roles. Huh?
Right. But when you like once I say you got to know the lore sometimes with these niche movies. The lore of that character, she's not Japanese.
Okay.
And that's where the fact that you have to explain that to certain people kind of takes away from the lore of the movie. You can just get somebody that actually just looks like the character as close as you possibly can. But I know they was trying to go with that star power effect, you know, which they did. Scarlett Johansson did actually a good job playing it, you know, because I say I watched the cartoon and all that good stuff. I thought they did a great job bringing that one to live action. You know, it's certain parts of the film that you could run side by side with the anime that look identical. It's like, oh man, they recreated that like great, you know. So, but certain movies they just don't do it as and just don't do it as well. And I think Cowboy Bebop is getting that effect, especially from people who actually know about the history of the. I think they just tried to throw your man from Luke Cage in there for the start because he's already on Netflix. They canceled Luke Cage on Netflix, so I don't think they wanted him to be playing two same strong guys on there. But I don't know if people gonna pay for it. People will pay for it. I just think they could have got a different kind of a character or somebody to play the scruffier looking Jet Black character because he's supposed to have like this big poke out beard. That's what he's got the all the little things around his head, mechanic stuff be hanging on his head. So he looks like an old scruffy white mechanic, basically. When you look at this, it's got cybernetic implant. The switch over to your man Mustafa is like a big change. The female version of it, she kind of looked close to what the female looks like. They went with a more Asian looking guy for Spike, which also is in the cartoon. He's not an Asian looking, he's not drawn Asian with the slant, but you know, he's got the puffy hair afro, he wears his, you know, the suit coat with the collar up and all that good stuff. So he could pass for American, you know, a Caucasian American if you're just looking at the cartoon, if you're looking, you know, depending on which way you're looking. But I think they made a good choice with the Jet Black because he does do martial arts in the movie. That's where people getting, you know, some, you know, just our still cultural bias. We still assume martial arts got to be somebody Asian that's doing it. So if you want to suck them in, you know, that's how they did Shang-Chi. But Shang-Chi was actually an Asian character. They stuck real close to that. They changed the 10 ring concept a little bit, but they got a character that kept you in the mindset of what the cartoon character, the anime character is. Going with Luke Cage, that one, it was kind of, you know, I think that was really throwing people off. But I'm going to make my own decision when I say it. But we do have a list of the top 10 worst anime to live action movies coming up. We got at number 10, Tarzan, The Legend of Tarzan.
Yeah, the cartoon.
Then they brought that to live action. They said that kind of sucked.
Decent though, bro, the live action.
You like that? You saw that?
I'm trying to see the live action. I'm talking about the movie itself.
Yeah, the live action movie that they had, but not the TV show. And they did the movie in the theater that came out in 2016.
The Legend of Tarzan. They had your dude named Chris on.
We'll check it out. Say the other one was Yogi Bear that came out in 2010. I don't remember seeing that one. Scooby Doo in 2002. Oh, I remember that was terrible, dude. Oh, it was terrible. Garfield, absolutely atrocious. I remember when that one came out back in the day in 2004. They tried to bring the orange cat to life. They tried to jump him off the page, and it just didn't work right. Popeye back in 1980. Now look, I gotta disagree with that one because I like Popeye. That live action remake, but like I said, when it came out in 1980, yes, you remember that movie. Yeah, when it came out, I was 5 years old when that movie came out. I think I saw it when I was about 7. No, 1980. That came out in 1980. I was born in 75. You know what I mean? So that's, man, and I thought it was a good rendition, especially Robin. I was a Robin Williams fan anyway. He was doing Mork and Mindy back then on the team, so I was familiar with who he was, you know, so it worked out really well to me. And I thought it was the girl that they had playing Olive Oil was the same girl from The Shining that played Jack Nicholson's wife. Remember her, the skinny lady? She looked just like Olive Oil with the skinny, long, lanky arms, had the nasal. Man, they picked two good characters, even though they had to put the big forearms on Robert Williams to get, but he closed his eye and everything, had to That was a good remake. So I got to disagree with the Popeyes one. I think Popeye was a good remake back in
That
1980.
wasn't too bad.
Number, oh, excuse me, got a little choked up. Number 5, they got the Flintstones back in 2000. I think that's the one that had what's dude that played on Roseanne? John
Not
Goodman.
John Cannon. John Goodman.
Yeah,
Right.
John Goodman. He played, and that was
Speed
I.
Racer,
It
though.
wasn't.
I never watched it.
I didn't see the remake of Speed Racer. I heard that got bad reviews with the Smurfs. I didn't like the Smurfs, the 1 or 2.
You know, you gotta understand, you were kid movies, man. So most kids, though, if you were like to survey kids, these are all you feel
They kind of bring
adults.
they trying to bring the old stuff back with the new kids and the new generation and
Right.
trying to remake it instead of just leaving it as the old kid. You know, and that's probably gonna be the one to talk about too. You know what I mean? The movie remakes that need to stop being remade. You know what I mean? You need to quit with the Friday the 13th and the Halloweens and all this kind of other stuff. There's too many of them. So, but we're talking with the live action ones, Jim and the holograms. Oh, I didn't even know they redid that one.
Never heard of it.
That was a cartoon from back in the day in the 80s, you know, with the
Dragon Ball Z.
and that Dragon Ball, and I'm telling you, I am a Dragon Ball fan. I love the animation. That was the worst tribute live action cartoon to live action movie, and that holds the number 1 spot, right? And they told that movie up, dude. Now, like I say, the main character on there was not a Japanese character. He's actually an alien. Goku, the main character, he's an alien. He's like it's almost a Superman type story of an alien from another planet comes in because his planet was about to explode and be invaded. Right. He lands on Earth, was trained by the Kung Fu master, was named after the old man and all that. So it's the cartoon has a nice following, nice foundation. They tore that movie up. They killed it. And I'm talking like the way they tried to do the CGI with like the alien characters and trying to use the special powers. Dude, and even for 2009, you had some good movies with some good CGI in 2009. We in the new millennium. That was terrible, dude. Terrible. But one that I do like is get an honorable mention for me is a cartoon that went from live anime to live action called Bleach. And it's about a character called Kurosaki Ichigo. They called spirit. They're the Shinigami are the, I guess, death gods. They guide souls that when they die to go directly to the afterlife instead of being corrupted. And he turns into one of these death gods by trying to save one of the other ones. So she grants him his power. The cartoon has a massive following, Bleach, and I'm telling you, when they converted that to live action on Netflix, they did it all. They brought all the special powers out. They had characters that actually looked like the characters that was on the thing, and they kept the language in Japanese. That was the thing about it. They made you read the subtitles on it because it's a Japanese, what they call manga, Japanese comic book based in anime. It was converted over to an anime cartoon from the comic book, and then they took it from the cartoon into the live action. And man, it's seamless. They did the characters tribute. They did them right. The attitudes, the look, the special power. That was one movie that they actually did right. That went from cartoon to live action. The rest of them, garbage. So, you have any other movies that you would like to add to the list that were bad remakes of old cartoons or animes or comic books? Let us know. 812.
Thundercats.
Thundercats is coming out.
When, bro?
They making a live action Thundercats now, dude.
They're doing some justice on it.
Man, and I'm nervous about that one. We're going to keep you up to date on that one. So let us know which one you're excited for. If you know another bad one that went from cartoon to live action that should have just stayed a cartoon, let us know at 812-303-5018 on our Facebook page. Facebook.com/live999WJCB. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on the podcast, YouTube.com/Urban Revolution Radio. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll never miss an episode of The Revolution. It's Urban Revolution Radio's your morning show with your boy Nino and your man D. Hick, sponsored by Loud Berries Clothing and B&M Electronics.